Hey! Welcome back to Crypto Hype. Thank you for Cryptos to Invest. Thank you for Crypto Hype was a previous channel that I had. Welcome back to Cryptos to Invest. We're gonna discuss today the Bitcoin price and see some currencies and how they're doing upon the last review that we done on them and the last also analysis that we done in previous before even the market keeps going up. And we see also the relative reasons to what's going on in the economy in the United States and all the banks that also went bankrupt. And maybe there's also banks that will follow the tragic what's happening in the US economy. So today we're just gonna explore the market and see some news starting from CVB, which is the Silicon Valley Bank, also announced today a bankruptcy, and they filed for the bankruptcy. So meaning all the investors will lose money and it will get also paid for 0.11 for each dollar they invested on that bank or each dollar they have on that bank. So even if the United States decided to give about 25 billion injected to the bank to load the bank up, but they decided not to do so. So they got that money in their pocket, but they fail right now for the bankruptcy. And also the member board of the Silicon Valley decided to sue the directors and the managers of and CEO of the Silicon Valley Bank because they've been saying that maybe there's a lot of things that we didn't know about that's been going on the scene but behind the scenes, and we really want to know what's happening on because it may be involved with money laundering, it may be involved with fraud, it may be involved with a lot of other things that they don't know of. So that's something that we have to consider. And we saw yesterday also the Credit Suisse has been collapsing to $1, and the public Swiss bank on Switzerland also on Swiss decided also to load up the bank with 135 billion. I would remember to just lift up the bank and keep it running and keep its business running too. But would that also be the case that the bank will continue its operation or just gonna end up with like the same as CVB Bank, even if they load it up with 25 billion? So we may see the same thing happening for the Swiss bank, and if that happened, that will be really, really not good, and that will be really, really bad for crypto and for all the financial markets, forex, commodities, stock market, cryptocurrency, whatever the market is. It may be also the same thing will be impacted by those news. We've seen also yesterday, the Republic Bank of America has been also jumped down to about minus 35%, which is also was really, really problematic for a lot of investors. And there's right now really a panic between people, investors, people that also save their money in the banks. They try right now to withdraw their money because the economy is not safe and there's no clear vision or clear idea how this outcome of the banks will end. Also, if we seen also the Bitcoin, not a Bitcoin, but the gold as a commodity has been also pushing up in the price, and we will also show it to you right here. So that's one of the reasons that tells you people withdrawing money from the typical classic bank and put it on gold and put it on silver. You can see just this is today's candle. You can see here it jumped from 1,900 to almost there 2,000. I think this gold today will close on 2,000. So it's been also pumping from 1,800 to almost 1,900 here, almost to 2,000. So it may go to the supply area two, number two, because this is the supply area one, and this is the supply area two. So I've been expected it to go here and then retest here as the crypto also been crashing, but as soon as the market all these banks starting like getting bankrupt and getting run, people decide to invest in a valuable assets like Bitcoin, like also Ethereum considered to be a valuable asset, but even if the developers and the CEO of it have the control over generating more or just printing more of Ethereum, which is really risky. But Bitcoin, nobody has this control over printing it. So that's where the difference is between Ethereum and Bitcoin. If you are believing Bitcoin, that's okay. If you believe in also on Ethereum as an asset, that's also okay. That's your opinion. So we have different opinions to differ. So coming back to Bitcoin right here, first we're just gonna go to see these banks that have been also struggling these days, and see. Let's see here who we have here. We have let's just see. Let's see here. First Republic Bank. That's the one that yesterday went really down, about minus 25%. You can see here, which is really insane in just one day, and they've been also crashing, all of them, since the 9th March. They all start crashing. This one here was about 116. It turns to go into 25, and as you can see here, it's still showing that it's continuing going down. Whatever the case, guys, it's really looking bad out there, and people are really scared, and there's a hell lot of panic between investors and people withdrawing their money from the banks, and that's creating a hysteria of panic, and that's not gonna end well. So here is the Credit Suisse we talked about. As soon as they announced that they pumped the bank, or they give the money to bail them out, it pumped back a reverse from 175 to almost 230. Right now it's coming down because people lost the trust in the bank, and they're probably have this convention that it will continue to downtrending. So this will also, right now it's impacting Europe banks, and it will impact maybe even more. Let's see how the outcome will continue to be. So we have here also the Bank of America. We just saw that JP Morgan is the one of the solid banks, but all of them also, as you can see here, they don't show no sign of recovery. They just only show sign of going more down. And the way to downside is so huge, guys. So here JP Morgan was trading on 144. Today it trading in 125, and you may be ending to win trading under $100. It's possible, guys. This candle of today, it doesn't show any hope that's gonna be good. Let's see Wells Fargo Bank, or institution, the ones that have the big money. So here, the Wells Fargo company also coming down. They all have the same. They all under 3%. We have here the Chase or Citigroup. Citigroup is about minus 3%. Minus 3% in one day. It's really bad on stock market. Really bad. Guess what? If it goes more than that, it's really insane. So we saw also where, well, what's that? Where's the Chase Bank? Let me see this one here. This one, not that one, but let's see the one that's pumping today. I think Smart Sheets also okay, doing good. Silvergate bankrupted, is almost there. The last thing that it's needed is just to announce the bankruptcy too, following the CVB. There we go. We have here global price rise. That's okay. Is going up because of the inflation. We know that. So as you can see, there's a lot of banks. So they're all minus 3%, minus 4%. Yet before yesterday, they were the same, minus 3%, minus 4. So even in the coming week, maybe it will be also the same. We're expecting right now a meeting about the deposit insurance in the United States. Is that maybe something helpful to boost a little bit the market back, or is this going to be a bad news? But everybody expecting a good news in order for them to recover. But the economy itself looks so bad, then just recovering it looks so favorable to go down more than to go up. So that's one thing. So let's come back here to Bitcoin price and see what we have here. Let's go to Bitcoin price, get it right here in the same area. So let me see that. So Bitcoin price, it just puts itself in a big ascending channel, and we see it respecting the trend line from the above, like here from the top. It does actually respect it. It went from 17 all the way to 24, and then corrected on 21 400, back then to 25 200, then respected again this downtrend line because we draw it from here based on this area, um, which is the actually the head kick of the pump. It respected it back then to 20, almost 20, almost 27k, and we expecting it right now to do again some correction down here between 22 21, and see after that if we're gonna do a continuation of the push to the top to $30 or not, or we're just gonna break into down this channel and go down all the way to this area. So it's the next bottom that everyone waits for, and everyone knows that March is not a good month to invest. But this weird pump that happens because the banks getting bailed out. Soon as they get bailed out, you see the market bumps a little bit. So yesterday they announced that they will bail out the Credit Suisse, and we saw Bitcoin immediately recover back above the 25k because at that time it was trading on 24 400. So there is more bad news to come, guys. That's one of the things that we have to expect, and we don't know to be caught in a such price and all the way, and all of a sudden the price goes back and reverse against our trade. That's not what we're looking for. What we're looking for today, we can also see the RSI that will also give us an index about. So the RSI here, it's almost on. Let me see it. The RSI, we're almost in. Okay, the area size about on okay 68.7. It may go though to 7.8 right in this area, down this area right here, touch it, and then do the reverse or the correction as we saw here, all this way up right here to 90. Then it did correction again all the way down to 30 of the RSI. So right now we're seeing something similar. We're gonna do the same, but only maybe to this area right here because it's actually a resistance on the RSI, and then correct back maybe something like this and correct back all the way down. So that's something also that we have to consider. Nevertheless, the market may stay bullish today. We have the option expiry, the bulls are favorable on this one, so they will win the option expiry this time because they are the bids on the option expiry. The Bitcoin goes up is more than the bids on the Bitcoin goes down, and they're 23 400. In order for the bears today to win the option expiry, they should bring the price under 23 400. So unless it is stays right here before 8 p.m. of the United States timing, so if it stays above there, so the bulls will win their bids and they outperform the bears and they will get their money actually. So nevertheless, there is currencies. Even if you saw this pump of Bitcoin, the DeFi crypto market, it didn't even pump that well as we expected it to do because there is still panic out there. There's still fear out there. Even if we go here to see and the crypto fair index, or let's say fair index, I think index was that fair index, or what was that? Fair index, it was on 25. Yeah, it's trading. Nah, I mean, come on, that's crypto fair index. Let me see. Yeah, that's the one that I'm looking for. So you can see here it's still trading on neutral. So the couple days ago we was in fear as the Bitcoin was on 19, between 19 and 20, 19, 1600 and 20. And we've been really expecting the market really to hit down. But all of a sudden this 25 billion that's been injected into market hold the Bitcoin to goes up, and they invested on it back then on the market, and they pushed it into the market back then. So yesterday was on 52. Today again, it's about 51. That's really a good indexes to consider, guys, if you're trying to enter to a position, no matter what it is. So you have to measure what the what the pressure of the market is, what the feeling of the market, what people feels about the market. So there is a lot of fear, there's a lot of panic, there is a lot of uncertainty out there because of these banks and the economy itself. So let's see how this things goes. I'm keeping my fingers out of the market at this time, at this moment, but I'm looking to a really low and you low maybe here the down 20, then it will start buying something right here. If that didn't happen, so it will be enough if we just corrected right here in this area on 21, 22 and start buying some DeFi currencies. So nevertheless, though, we had mentioned in this channel a lot of EI cryptos. As you can see, EI or Ali still struggling a little bit right here in the same place on the resistance side between on the golden area of the Fibonacci between 0.61 and between 0.65 of the golden ratio of the Fibonacci. The same goes for Ajax. Ajax did win about a 10, a 2%. Or even more, as you can see from here. So it did about 20, how much? No, that's impossible. That's impossible. Let me see it, guys, right here. It did about 85%. Oh my God. That's since the 10th February, but this is the one I'm looking for. It just did about 20% or something like that since the 15 March. So since this red candle, so that's also good. But Fitchai also still struggling, and this big resistance we have here since about 1 month. We've been here in this resistance, and we're still keeping ourselves on this resistance. We hope to pass that resistance soon as possible. If not, it is really gonna reverse back. And when it's reversed back, there's only one way down where it started, guys, between right here between 0.18 and the second station is also 0.11. The third station, which is the last, will be 0.05. So those are the currencies we've been talking about before. There's other currencies, but we're going to talk about them in the next coming videos. I hope you like this content. I came to the end of this video. If you're not subscribed, please head up and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, welcome you back. If you have any comments, please put them in the comment box below. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much for being here, and have a great day and a great weekend ahead. See you soon. Next one.